You are. It's another meeting via the camera with the Writing Treasure Trove. I want to start with the storyboard corner to make it really short, because most times I talk about it but you never see it. So this is a sample of the storyboard corner where we keep pieces of those particular aspects of writing we focus on for that period we choose. So this time we were learning the verbal picture, as you can see, and we were focusing on sample paragraphs. This one was picked from A Walk in the Night. When you look here, this is Mine Boy. So you will see several of them, just to show the learners as they keep checking on it, how sample paragraphs can be perfect. Follow me to see the rest of it. As you can see, the word pseudonyms is a common term in the Writing Treasure Trove. And this is basically writing under hidden identity. Students who lack confidence take refuge. They can write under names like the Rangers, like the Power Rangers, like the Baddest. That way they keep writing without revealing their true identity. Even when you're in groups, you can use that until the time you think you're ready to reveal. That is a by the way. The storyboard corner does not always have to be like the improved one you've seen already. It can be a wall in your bedroom where you keep pinning. If you want to learn metaphors, you pick metaphors. If you want to learn paragraphs, you pick paragraphs. It's up to you. It can also be a section in one of your books. So you keep putting stuff you want the same way. It can even be a section in your phone where you keep the pieces you want to refer to every time you're writing. Let's go to the spark. What is the spark? This is the first thought that starts any piece of writing, the spark. Every time we see something, we can take different versions in our reaction. Most of the times it's a mere interjection. You look at a beautiful girl and you say, wow, already the mind is at work. Sometimes you see people fighting and you say, oh, World War I. This is a metaphor which also serves the purpose of a spark. It's sparking the mind to start thinking. Someone looks at another and says, this must be a Judas Iscariot. This can be taken in several formats, but if I want to refer to the biblical allusion, of course, you will understand that there is something to do with betrayal. So basically, this is the first thought that comes to the mind. Now, we are going to focus on the wow part because of reasons of making it shorter. So you are going to describe this beautiful girl, and you want to use as many words as possible, but you don't even know how to come up with the number of words. So your first thought has been wow. Question is, what prompted the thought of wow? That's where you have to start thinking from. We are still continuing. So we have our wow. We are going to check our girl in the mind. Possibly it's a beautiful girl you saw in a certain movie. Possibly it's a friend of yours that you always think about every time you see beauty. So we are going to carry that person to the level of sojourn the world in one moment. What do we mean here? We carry our girl already in mind that prompted us to think wow into a mind trip. Yes, my girl is Jane. Where do I want to take Jane as I'm describing her? I can decide to take Jane to the beach. I can decide to take Jane to maybe a party, whatever you choose to do. So basically, let's begin with the beach. Here we are. We said our spark was wow. Now, that is a moment when sometimes you even close whoever is around you away from the picture. And you can even choose to close your eyes so that you can take your Jane to the actual world, which is basically what we call setting. So, wow. Now, after all that, we are going to have another stage. Mind you, we've been taking a mind trip, but we've not yet started writing. That's why I said these stages overlap. You can't say this is specifically this, because one is taken to the other. Now, before I come back here, I want to tell you about Wave, the magic wand. Here you have the word wow. Here you've taken your wow creature, your wow girl, to the world of imagination. Wave the magic wand is actually the point when we start writing. And it starts with a plan, a very ugly one. Let's not follow any strict rules. So this is where you start reproducing whatever you saw in the girl. Say, she was tall. What else did I see? She had on a red dress. Okay, and then here, Jane had a nice voice. What else did you see? She had high-heeled shoes. All of these are coming from the world you took, the mind trip you took. High heels. What else can you think about? So many. Because these bullets can grow roughly. Now, before you realize it, you've already made a plan of your composition. Because every other bullet here is a paragraph. On just tall, you have a whole paragraph about our Jane. The red dress, of course, the dress can be described from up to down. So that is also another whole paragraph. So it is in this same stage with the magic wand that we start the actual writing. Mind you, we went to our storyboard corner at the start to see sample paragraphs. So you already know how a paragraph should. Now here we can develop. For example, if I want to start with her height, this is where I start. Of course, being simplified depends on the level. Someone can say, my friend is Jane. That is senior one. Simple. Okay? She is tall. I don't want to take you all this. Sentences can keep growing like that simply depending on your level. Don't stress at that start. Let it grow naturally. After writing, because just make sure every bullet takes its own paragraph, unless you have so many bullets and you want to merge some of them. The last one will be I can better read moment. You have written your simple sentences of my friend is Jane, she's tall. That is where you embark on a plan to make better. This is where you'll need the dictionary, you're going to need Google, you're going to need whatever it is that can help you get better vocabulary. So you're going to start improving on what you've already written. In class we use several games, but this is individual work. So you'll get a dictionary and say, if I don't say tall, what can I say? Then the learner says, she is endowed in beauty. Isn't that different? So the learner will remove the she's tall and put she is endowed in beauty. And the same will continue. We'll look for synonyms and replace. This will be a dative version. After you think you've had the best, please write a neat one. This stage has no limit, because the same composition can be written 100 times, but all the 100 times are different. The more you invest time in what you're writing, the better what you get out of it. Thank you so much, the Writing Treasure Trove. I can never give you enough. Try that.